Today on Drawbli,
Ben is drawing cacti.
Cacti's cactuses? Cacti? Just
Yes.
Oh, anyway, click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And share your cacti online with the hashtag Drawbli.
Yeah, so Ben, where were you? Why were you? Who were you?
Who were you? How were you?
Where were we? Start there.
When were we?
Okay.
Okay, so recently, this was our second time going to the Urban Sketchers of Cincinnati group, which has been a lot of fun. The first time we went to like a little train exhibit and they had a bunch of different stuff at the museum. This time we went to, what would you call it? Not a botanical garden, but a...
greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Yes,
There
it
you
was a
go.
greenhouse. Perfect.
It was perfect because there were a lot of really interesting, fun plants to draw. And we started off walking around trying to figure out what we wanted to draw. And then at the very back, I saw all these fun cacti.
I saw all those fun cacti too.
I mean, you got eyes, yeah? So I was like, I gotta draw me some fun cacti. So the way the whole Urban Sketchers thing is set up is you have like, I don't know, an hour to an hour and a half?
An hour and 45 minutes if you time it correctly.
If you time it correctly, depending on how quickly you find your subject matter, get set up, and get drawing.
Yeah.
So the last time we did an Urban Sketchers meetup, I ended up biting off way too much. I tried to do a portrait, and in the amount of time it took me to find something, sit down, get situated, and start painting, I was like, oh, I am completely out of time. So this time, I decided that I would aim for something much more simple, hence the cacti.
I love that. And these cacti turned out amazing. And the vibe at the greenhouse was so perfect. Now, I wish I could talk about my outfit that I wore that day, but we're really not here to talk about that.
Tell me about your outfit
Oh
that you
my
wore
gosh,
that
thank
day.
you for asking. So you got me this sweater for Christmas that
did?
has all these like
What?
mushrooms on it, and it's so cute. So I wore that with these like green jogger pants, and I wore them with my sister's brown little combat boots, and I just looked like somebody who was headed out for the day to draw and be on a little adventure. I needed a little, I had a little backpack. It was a black leather backpack, so you know, it didn't quite have like a rucksack vibe, but oh yes. So that
was a great adventuring in a greenhouse outfit.
and I wore these little earrings with like moons in them, so I looked like,
Oh
I
my
don't know, my
gosh.
whole vibe was
Wow.
just on.
Very vibe.
Yeah, and we brought my sister, which was fun, and our friend Sam, which was fun.
Yeah, that's right. We had 2 other people with us. Well, actually, a lot of other people as a part of the Urban Sketchers group. I think there was like 10 people there-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
probably. So cool to see what everybody does at the end, the throwdown
yeah,
where we
so
all like put our art in the middle.
Yeah, at the end, we all throw our art into a big pile, and everybody's got all this traditional art there, you know, watercolor,
Yeah.
acrylic, all sorts of different
Gouache.
paints.
Gouache?
Gouache.
Gouache. Wow, that was hard for me.
Yeah. Anyway, so we throw it all in the middle, and then there's my iPad there with these cactuses.
Because I abandoned you this time. I was like, I'm doing traditional too.
Yeah, I really like the convenience going out and having the iPad and just having everything there.
Absolutely.
And just the ability to take or you know, work in whatever medium you want. You can like sketch on the iPad if you just want to do lines. You can start painting.
Yeah.
There's no mess. There's no cleanup. You don't need all these supplies.
You
Very
don't need
easy.
a table. Yeah, it is. It's very easy, very nice. And you did a really good job with this.
What did you draw for your garden experience?
So I started with a pencil sketch of the table that had cactuses, but I was really drawn to the area behind the table, which had like this ancient like telephone in a white box, lots of weird pipes.
I don't know if I'd
and
say
hinges.
ancient telephone.
It looked ancient. It wasn't like, hello operator, connect me to the New York Stock Market Exchange. It was more
As
of-
you would ask.
Yes, it was a little newer than that, but not by much. And I was really drawn to like the pipes and windows behind the table. I don't know if you included a picture of my work in this, did you?
I did, right here.
Oh, but there it is.
I was waiting for you to make a sound effect just so I could edit it in. Thank you.
So I did pencil and then pen and then a little brief once over with my watercolors. So
I have this custom brush that I've been playing around with a lot, and you probably see me use it in a lot of my my works. There it is right there.
yeah.
It's this brush that has color variation in it, and it has a little bit of some canvas texture, and it's just kind of all over the place. I mentioned a while ago that I needed to edit it and make it like more subtle because it was overpowered in its effect of variation. So I've done that recently, and I actually like it a lot more, and I use it a lot more frequently. It's got some cool texture.
Yeah,
it's really fun to play with. It's called my trash can brush.
Your trash can brush? You need to rename it.
No, I think the name is perfect because I think the brush is trash, but
no.
But I like the way that it can be used in certain areas. I'm trying to work it into my workflow more.
Yeah.
I like the organic randomness.
Maybe that should be your organic random brush or your workflow brush.
No, it's my trash can.
Trash can. Nobody wants to use a brush called trash can brush.
Everybody wants to use.
You want to use
a
brush that has like a cool name, like put some hiragana in it or something.
Put some hiragana.
Spell trash can with katakana.
Could you do that?
No.
No.
You could. It would take me like an hour.
Gomibako.
Gomibako.
That's trash can in Japanese.
Oh. There you go. You could call it the gomibako brush.
I might just have to change it.
Yeah.
It sounds cooler, but...
It sounds way cooler.
It does sound cooler, but it still means trash can.
Yeah. Do that then.
Well, there is my first cactus. The next cactus is going to go by a lot quicker because I reused the little planter that I had it in, although I changed the colors on it.
Reuse, recycle.
Reuse, recycle, exactly.
I like it.
And I do this little bulbous cactus.
I like that too.
So did you have any cacti in your painting?
Mm-hmm. Yep, a lot of them.
You did a lot for yours.
Yeah.
What did you use for your actual paints, the colors?
The colors? Just watercolor.
Just watercolor?
Yeah. Just very brief, little quick washes over everything. My little watercolor palette usually has some dried paints in every little palette and corner, so I just wet those and see what colors are already there and use those. And so I had some variations on green that worked fine. A little bit of blue for the windows behind.
So with watercolor, you can't be quite as specific with the colors that you choose, and you can't just change your color at a whim like you can here in digital.
Right.
Do you think that is like a benefit or a drawback?
It's a factor. I would say it's part of the experience, part of the tactileness. I mean, there's a reason people who make traditional art like it. Like, it's a tactile sensation, and there's something about it that once you get into it, you might really like the feeling of, like, that permanence, the commitment. It feels really good. So someday we're going to have to do a little at-home lesson for you. And
really?
Yeah, I would love to take you through that and like help you create a couple things that feel satisfying to create, just so you can experience that, because it's cool. But I love what you do here digitally. I mean, that's no deterrent against what you're doing digitally. Honestly, some traditional artists will completely paint their subject matter digitally so that they know exactly where they're going to put each brush stroke and how they're going to do that.
Wow, that would be a lot of work of pre-planning.
It would be, but if you're working professionally and selling these canvases for a lot of money, then it's probably worth it to you to map it out like that.
Pre-plan everything?
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be so much work. I don't think I would ever do that.
Yeah, well, one of the artists I follow on Instagram that does this sells their canvases for a lot of money, so it's probably worth it.
Do you know?
I don't remember. They paint very simple subject matter, but it's so compelling, like a deck of like a hand of cards.
Oh yeah, I do. I think I know who you're talking about. It like super colorful stuff.
Yeah,
I'll edit in one of their works with their name here.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't really see their art very often. I don't really check social media very often myself.
I check Instagram a lot more since I banned myself from TikTok and Reddit.
Traded one evil for a new one, yes.
It's much easier for me to get off of Instagram than like to get off of TikTok and Reddit for some reason. So, and it's a lot more uplifting to me. Because
really?
Pretty much my entire Instagram is art or like motivational things, like
nice.
Yeah, so I
could see that. Yeah,
it's a nice. I've curated it to just be a positive place.
That is a good way to do it. If you're gonna be on social media, it might as well be good for you.
Yes,
at least as much as it can be.
Although for some reason Instagram thinks that I love tabloid-esque ads, like
the favorite ones that of. My favorite ads that you get, because you tell me about them all the time, are the weird
for like the webtoons.
The webtoon ads that are like, she's she's an outcast and he's a king.
A wolf leader.
He's the leader of the wolf.
Never
Anyway.
downloaded or clicked on these ads. But...
Okay, Abby, we all know the truth.
Actually, one time I take that back. Never mind. I will tell that story later.
Yeah, you can. Here, we'll talk about it in the credits. Anyway, click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And comment your favorite webtoon, of course.
Oh my gosh.
And, share some of your art online. Share your webtoons online with the hashtag Drawbli.
And this is the part where we say goodbye. I downloaded the app, but I found out that they only give you the first 3 chapters for free, and they're all stupid, and all the other ones you have to pay for, and the first 3 chapters are really boring.
Wow.
There, that's the end of my story.
None of us are buying that.